Hey, how's it going? Thanks a million for checking out Close the Gap, where we talk about some useful challenges, resources, content, and hopefully share some useful things that will help you close the gap between who you are today and who you could become tomorrow. So as we think about the year ahead, some of the things that I always think are really useful to think about are some of the kind of challenges that can nudge us in a positive direction. And so I've listed out a short list, and I hope that you find them useful and can practice them and try out these challenges over the next kind of day, week, or month ahead. I'd be really curious to hear what you notice when you do them, and as you compound or stack these, some of the other kind of shifts or things that you notice as well. So this is just a short list just to get started, but I'd be really curious to hear how you get on. So one of them is smile at the person who makes you coffee and ask them how they are. We often get coffee in the day, and I just thought it'd be a useful idea just to actually talk to the person and figure out something about their life. The second one was go for a walk in nature. And I'm just back from a short walk on the beach in Northern Ireland and had a beautiful morning watching the sunrise because I timed it right. And it had such a useful settling for me this morning. And again, back to that kind of well-being aspect that I hope this channel focuses on. It was a useful kind of practice for me this morning. And the third one is write down how you're feeling today. I'm a big advocate for journaling, and I think that writing down how we're feeling and what's going on for us is a really useful practice, and I'd love to hear how you find it. It's something that I'll be recording future videos on as well, so I'd be really happy to share more of my thoughts around journaling and writing out how we think. The next one is, number 4 is speak to two strangers and let them know what you appreciate about them or what you've noticed about them. We rarely interact with people who might be sitting behind us or might be kind of queuing behind us in a shop, and instead we're normally on our phones. So today it's just to lift our gaze from our phones and instead to pay attention to the world around us by speaking to two people, and they could be in the same queue, but just find out something that you appreciate about them. It could be something that they're wearing or something that they've said or that they've shared with you, and I'd love to hear what you notice or what you find out about people doing that. The fifth is do something that scares you. So often we can play within our comfort zone, and that can limit our potential. And if we're paying attention to who we are today and who we could become tomorrow, it's really useful to push that boundary and expand that comfort zone. So number 5 is do something that scares you. Number 6 is, instead of setting a goal, do something that will improve an area of your life. So I'm going to do a video hopefully later on this week about setting painkillers rather than goals at the start of a new year, and how they're sometimes better than resolutions because we're more motivated away from pain, not necessarily towards adding things that may feel like it's adding stuff to our lives when we don't have the space and we're trying to achieve balance. The next one is, number 7 is send somebody a note letting them know that you appreciate them. Often we have people in our lives that through conversation or their time or their support or just the little things that they do make a big difference and a profound difference in our lives. And again, it's back to that kind of noticing aspect of well-being, where when you let somebody know that you notice them, it actually helps your own well-being as well. Because that's one of the kind of key components of some of the well-being kind of frameworks. So that was number 7. Number 8 is do a workout for at least 10 minutes so that you're breathing heavily and sweating. And there's a reason for that. And again, I'm going to look at some videos later on around physiology and share some thoughts around the benefits of changing your physiology through either the way that you're breathing or the way that you're moving your body. And doing a good, at least 10-minute workout will absolutely help you get there and change and shift your body slightly. Number 9 is take 100% responsibility for your life. I learned about this in a Jack Canfield book called The Success Principles, and I'd absolutely recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description below to the book on Amazon. And it was a beautiful book, fills me with energy every time I read it, and I hope that you benefit from this as a challenge to take 100% responsibility for your life. The next one is number 10, connect with an old friend and let them know what you remember about them and the positive things that you remember about them. So this is just a nice way to reconnect with people who have made a difference in your life and have helped you become who you are today. And it's just to cast that net back a little bit and make sure that we're paying attention to that in the right way by sharing our gratitude and our kind of positive remembering of who they are and how they made a difference to you. Number 11 is if you notice somebody that needs help or you think that somebody needs maybe your support, ask them if you can help and offer your support. Number 12, for anybody that you're working with, maybe if you see that it's a busy morning or a busy afternoon, and we always get these busy periods in our day, ask somebody if they want to go for a quick walk or and grab a coffee. Often it can be that 5 or 10 minutes that just help us decompress from a busy day. Number 13 is read a book, and I would offer the kind of additional piece to that challenge, which is read a book that challenges your current thinking. So often we can just stay within the kind of confines of how we think, but reading is such a useful, kind of powerful way of adding to what we're making sense of. Number 14, and again, we're gone over maybe one a month, so this is kind of adding a little bit to the list. But number 14 is do something that you enjoyed historically, that you haven't done maybe for years. Try it, do it. I doodled a little bit drawing the other day. I used to do it, I used to enjoy it. I enjoy that kind of creativity. I was copying drawings that I found online, but it was such a nice kind of mindful activity, and I really benefited from taking the time out to do that. And last on this list for today anyway, and just the short list of challenges initially anyway, is listen to something uplifting and kind of motivating or inspiring. So that could be a podcast, it could be a video, it could be a piece of music, and I'll leave some links to some kind of material as suggestions down below in the description. So I hope you find those challenges useful. Thanks again for taking the time out to check out Close the Gap. I wish you the best of luck in the year ahead, and hopefully in the videos that I share in the future, you'll find more value to help you pay attention to who you are today, who you could become tomorrow, and some of the things that can help you bridge that gap. So I wish you the best of luck. Thanks a million for checking out the channel.